But you see it.
I see it, bro.
Okay. Just make sure you motherfucking use it.
All right. I got you.
Have to keep saying that shit to your ass every time we get in this car, bro.
Okay, Father. Oh shit, my shit going out. God damn it.
Cheap ass motherfucking corner store ass lighter.
Nah,
This nigga got $1 lighter.
Motherfucker, Bic is $1 lighter. My shit was from Panama.
Man, Bix ain't even dollars. Bix cost more than that.
Or $1.99.
Welcome to the Cigar Car with your host Justice 7G
and your boy Karis Jordan.
Man, we gonna sit here and got a couple of things on our mind, man. We just wanted to get off our chest and see what y'all thought about it.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So, how do you feel about going to a psychiatrist? I mean, because I gotta know. I want to know if I'm the only one feeling like this. Because I don't really see no real problem with it, but I really need to know if this actually serves a purpose. Because it's like having another grown person tell me what to do.
All right, so let me tell you about psychiatrists, bro. All right, so appreciate you, bro. Here you go.
Yes, sir.
First of all, if you go, you have to be honest. If you in there just like lollygagging and BSing and trying to figure them out while they trying to figure you out, it's not gonna work. You're gonna feel exactly how you feel like another grown person trying to tell you what to do. You literally gotta be as honest and open as possible, because it can be some stuff that you don't even know that you have a problem with that can actually help you. Not to mention, they have these tactics where that they'll talk to you so much, and things that you put in the back of your mind, I promise you it'll come out, and you'll be like, I didn't even know that happened.
So tell me why I couldn't share the same information with you, and I will feel a lot comfortable with sitting with a psychiatrist, though. Why couldn't I sit there and just talk to you and explain it to you?
Well, I mean, usually you're more comfortable with your friends, because especially when you know it's your bro and he ain't gonna judge you. And I think a lot of men always feel like they're being judged, so they don't want to talk to someone that they think, because it feels like sometimes a psychiatrist, like a therapist rather, feels like they talking at you instead of to you.
Right, because I don't feel like I have a right to be me.
Yeah.
At that point, it's like if I say something, you're gonna hit me with an alternative, or you're gonna hit me with, why wouldn't you think you should try it this way? And I can understand different perspectives, and I appreciate different perspectives. But when you're like, hey, you know what? You should try this because I see a problem in that line of thinking or in that train of thought. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, like, I don't see a problem in my train of thought.
Yeah. See, the problem is that professionals, realize who you are, got to understand that everything is not going to work for everyone. So when you say, well, you should try this, sometimes they speak to you as if you do this, I guarantee it's going to work. Maybe for someone else, but not for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but you do. I think that they usually get more deep into it, and they keep asking why, and it's just trying to figure out the source of why you there. Like, say for instance, if you there for, let's say for instance, hypothetically speaking, anger issues, they will go into a deep-rooted situation just for that. Dead ass.
So why do we always, I mean, if I don't have a problem with me, right, and I'm fully aware of what, went on in relationships and why I separated from relationships and why I deal with certain things or why I feel a way about my parents. You know what I'm saying? I came to terms with that. I completely understand it. When you go into a psychiatrist or you go into a therapist, you have to have an issue that needs to be addressed, right? So you have to target the issue. You have to say, hey, listen, I'm just trying to get to the root of this, right? If I'm trying to get to the root of it, but I done already came to a conclusion on it, and for a person that don't know me, don't know my history, you're literally trying to analyze me based off of the short period of time that you know me or the information that I'm giving you.
Well, it's easy to, Okay, so remember, it's all about representation, right? So usually, if you don't know a person, what's the whole point of lying to them? I give you a perfect example, right? Which is sometimes it'll help. Like for instance, I went to a therapist, and I was like, it was just, I think sometimes as a black man, it's a lot of stress that goes on in life, and I think sometimes you just need to just clear your head and just talk to someone that can help. And this literally told me, like, it was things that was going on in my life that happened in the past that made me react a certain way. And I think that's why, like, you have to deal with those issues. Prime example, when I was a kid, right, I used to see my moms get abused and shit. And for me seeing that, like, you know, the father of psychology, Sigmund Freud, he says, you know, from 1 to 5, whatever a kid sees, you know, or whatever the kid, however personality trait that you put in the kid, that's how the kid gonna be. So me seeing that, right? So when I used to get mad and be ready to snap and go off, it was the fact of the matter is that while I was a kid, I was seeing violent situations that was already embedded in my head. And I always thought that in order to get someone to do what you say, you might got to react in violence. Luckily, I didn't hit no female, no woman or something like that, but I'm just talking about like all the fights that I had as a kid and everything else. It all stemmed from seeing someone that you actually love getting abused, literally. And I had to go, and in order for me to complete my psychology stuff, I had to go to anger management. And even anger management can teach you stuff, because you're like, I ain't fucking angry. But, nigga, I was angry.
But you wasn't angry until a certain situation came about.
Triggers.
Right. Something had to trigger you, and in order for you to address it, it has to happen.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So if it never happened and I'm never triggered, am I normal? Am I supposed to be normal?
Yeah, because the triggers that they said was for me was when somebody talked down to you. Okay, I don't like anybody to talk down to me. I don't think anyone likes anybody to talk down to them, so I don't know how that could be a trigger.
Right. You because if you address people with respect, you expect people to address you in return with respect.
Exactly. So if you talking to me a certain way and disrespect me, then 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna disrespect your ass back. Like, sometimes they'd be like, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I used to, you know how they be saying, like, you know, even with females, men don't argue with females and anything. My grandmother always said, like, I used to just walk away, don't say nothing, and, you know, some women, like, when you don't say nothing, they just keep digging and digging and digging and digging. But then when you fight back and you go, man, fuck you, you such and such, person that says, you ain't no man. A man don't talk to a woman like that. But I was also raised that a woman don't talk to a man like that. So if I give you what I thought was, if I give you the same energy that you gave me, maybe you'll stop. Man, that shit get worse and worse when it comes down to certain females or certain people in general.
See, and that's what I mean, you know, because I sit there and I like to listen to other people's perspective. Yeah. But I don't like for people to try to assess my life or my lifestyle based off of the very little knowledge that they have of it. So with me giving you all the information that I can muster up, everything that I can get out of me to give to you for you to make a proper assessment or set us on a journey to help us, because I understand the purpose of it. They're going to give you different avenues to travel, and whichever avenues you travel may be the one that works for you. Like you said, all 5 of the avenues may not work for you. Mm-hmm. You're going to find one. But what about people that, hey, listen, I'm compassionate. Mm-hmm. I'm understanding. You know, I'm not really argumentative unless you put me in a position where I'm forced to have to defend myself. Mm-hmm. If I'm not none of these things, then why I can't function like normal? Why I can't be just, well, you're just a normal person. Mm-hmm. You're responding to situations.
Yeah, you are normal. See, it's crazy, right? That if you respond a certain way, it has to be something. It's a deviant behavior. Like, if somebody curse you out and you curse them out, you shouldn't have responded that way. You shouldn't. Well,
What made you want to respond that way?
well, because this person did this to me, and I did this back. I responded that way. And with therapists and everything else, it's like they want you to walk this perfect existence or be a certain type of human being that I think 9 times out of 10 they're not.
Or don't exist.
Yeah, because you only still meet in my representation because we have to dig deep into my life for you to really get a fully understanding. I think that for a therapist to properly diagnose somebody or help them, you got to be with this person for months or years because it's a lot to, get from a person that's a grown-ass man. You talking about, okay, after this 3 weeks or a month, you can tell me everything that I experienced, like, or what I got going on. No, we need to talk a lot more. You need to, you know what I mean?
You need to really be in my life.
Yeah, you need to really...
So you can really understand what's going on.
You need to actually find out the other people that's around me, too, because it might not be just me. It probably could be the people around me that trigger me.
Right. True that. But maybe that's the position of a therapist. Maybe that's something that she would say to a person.
Yeah.
Like, hey, maybe it's the people that you're around that's triggering you. Maybe you need to separate from them. But bro, I go with my daughter, right? And I just go with her because, me and her, I always want that line of communication to be open between me and her. So I always want to make sure that I understand her to the fullest. But when it comes to me and trying to analyze me, I'm sitting there like my life is based off a cause and effect. I did this cause and this was the effect.
Yeah.
That's how I deal with life. I don't lash out because I'm not getting attention. I don't slide into a state of depression because I hear or see something that I didn't want to hear or see.
Yeah.
I don't kind of operate like that. I operate on a much higher wavelength, and not to toot my own horn, but I kind of self-analyze myself. I like self-check myself a lot.
But you don't have to be going for something to be wrong. You got to understand today's generation, the children are different, bro. They got a lot of pressure. They got more pressure than we had, everything else, right? And like, for example, my daughter go to a therapist and stuff. And, one time I was invited and everything else. And here I am, I'm buying my daughter everything. Anything she wants.
Thinking that's what you were supposed to do.
Spoiled her. No,
as a dad, is that your duty or no?
Yes.
Okay, I was just
yes, to protect and everything else. But here's the thing. So when I was a kid, right, I didn't have much. So when I got older, I was always saying, you heard me say this before, I was like, yo, when I get older and I have a kid, they ain't never gonna want for nothing. And that's God's honest truth. My children don't have to want for nothing.
And I think there's a lot of positions that a parent take because they always using what they went through in the past to make sure that their kids or your kids don't go through the same thing.
But check this out, bro. When I hear my daughter talk, my daughter says, he always just buys me stuff, thinking that's just okay. Wait, what? I'm thinking now me and her is just Gucci. That's my dog. Like, we just cool. Like, that's, and that's my dog. It's like one of my best friends. And she was like, yeah, he always just want to just buy me stuff just to make me feel better. But you always want stuff to make you feel better. I'm like...
Or is it that you just always want stuff?
And I'm sitting there, right, while her mom's right there. I'm looking at her mom. I'm like, wait, what the is going on? I'm like, is this attack me down? I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Right, is it my turn?
Bro, I'm shot. Yo, everything I'm hearing, like, I hear my daughter say, I'm just trying to build a better relationship with my dad. I'm like, better relationship? We don't argue. We don't do nothing. I don't mess with you. You in your room. You want to go to this movie? You go to this movie. You want to eat here? I'm giving you everything you need. And I'm hearing like I'm the problem. I'm starting to get pissed.
Let me tell you some real. Let me tell you some real. You know what? I don't care what nobody say. 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 I don't care what because you know how I am with my daughter. Like I know how you are with yours.
Yeah.
Literally, that was not our situation.
At all.
Our situation was,
shut your ass up.
It affected her.
Yeah.
When she seen me leave the house. And me and her mother going through the arguments. So we thinking you're too young to understand these things.
No, they're
but
not.
She was recognizing
they
it
can
and
remember, bro.
understanding it. And to the point where it was, we separate and we then argue, and I come around on the weekend, but she's wondering why daddy's not coming home.
Yeah.
And she's crying because she's in daddy mode.
Yeah.
And she wants to see you because she wants to feel that protection. She wants to feel that love from her father.
Big facts.
And the fact that you're not there, she don't understand why, she'll tend to start blaming herself. She'll start blaming herself and saying, hey, if I wasn't here, then maybe
they would be together.
Be better.
Yeah.
And maybe it's me. So they start looking at themselves.
Did y'all?
This is an actual fact.
No, did y'all talk to her saying?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But this is what I learned. What's what I learned at the psychiatrist is that she really just needed to understand that she wasn't the reason why me and her mom didn't work in a relationship. It wasn't because of her that daddy left the house. It wasn't because of her. And she had to be reassured that I love you. And we had to show that unified family in front of her to help her understand that your love, our love for you as a unit, me and your mom loves you unconditionally, because I was doing the same thing. I was trying to buy her stuff. I was trying to always keep her smiling and keep her happy. But she was putting on a facade. She was smiling in my face. But inside, she was still crying for 2-3 weeks at a time. When she left my presence, she was going in the house and going straight to her room, and she didn't understand why, even when I was in the house, because I always had like 3-4 bedrooms, she didn't understand why I moved out her mother room and moved into my own room.
Yeah.
And now it's 3 rooms being occupied.
And how old was she?
And I didn't understand that. She's 14.
No, how old was she when?
She was 5 or 6 years old.
So here's
reflecting on this.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the not good thing, but not so bad, not so good. But my daughter never seen me and her moms together.
Like y'all never been in a relationship.
Yeah. So she.
So you never been in the same house.
No, so she never seen us like interact that way and everything else, or be together and stuff like that. So.
No. I mean, have you ever lived together while your daughter was born?
No.
Okay. Well, I don't know if that's better or worse, but
no,
I understand.
Yeah. So it was. So here's the thing about something crazy, is that when we was kids, it was really no talking. It was none of this.
Mm-hmm.
It was grow up, man up. It wasn't no. If you got a problem, let's talk about it. It's do what I say and say what I do, and that's it. That's how we, grandparents, everything else. It was none of this. You know what I'm saying? And that's the crazy thing about it, how people always go, black fathers or this. I think that we are the all-time high in our children's life, and always trying to better them and understand them. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people don't understand. But check this out. Here's what I learned, and I don't know if your therapist ever told you this, or you can actually use this, right? Sometimes as parents, we don't listen because we think that we're the parents. Shut up. Listen to what I say. Don't you talk back to me. Who you think you are? I swear to God, keep your mouth closed. It's the authority we have, but you gotta understand that. And nowadays, children go through their own, their own little mental thing that they got going on, self-esteem. Because you got the social media stuff now. You got kids at school being a certain way. So this lesson that she told us to do, right, was my daughter would say something, and then whatever she said, I have to repeat exactly what she say before I answer it. So she says, Dad, I think that me and you should talk more. I have to say, I understand, baby, that you said that me and you need to talk more. It's me letting her know that I hear her, and she understands that she hear me. So we're talking to each other. We're repeating it. So she understands and taking in, I understand and taking in her information, and then I'm giving her more, and we just repeating. So whatever I say, if I say, I understand, baby, and I will start taking you out more if that's gonna help. She'll say, Dad, that's exactly what I want. That because you said that you're gonna come and start taking me out more. So we consistently
You're receiving
we're
information.
receiving information. I'm giving information and receiving information, and that's letting your child know that I am listening to you. I'm intaking everything that you're giving me. Now, here's how I'm gonna get you to listen to me. I'm gonna repeat what you said so you understand what I'm saying, and now I'm gonna give you the information. So y'all now are building a bond because she knows that you hear her and she hears you. That method that lady did was awesome. Because kids don't like to be talked at. Kids don't like to be,
Like adults don't like to be talked
exactly.
at.
Shut
we
up.
like to be talked to.
Yeah, shut up, do what I say. Okay? But you do know that this kid is going to grow up one day. You cannot, you gotta treat them the way you want to be treated.
And a lot of the times I really think that their social media is playing a major part in all of this, because a lot of the things that's going on, this emotional intelligence and this word that they're throwing around, that a lot of people is just starting to use. Individuals wasn't using this word as much as we was back then, because we didn't have that type of network where we can get information from all over the place.
Thank God, yeah, man.
Now,
oh my God.
So now you got to realize that they're adopting these dialogues, they're adopting these narratives and relating them to their lives, and a lot of individuals, a lot of our children are adopting it. And
look at the algorithm, bro.
Yeah.
They can talk about something, and then you go to your Instagram, and that's right there. Whatever you talked about is right there. They feed it. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's a really scary thing, because
Yeah.
you're forcing my child.
Yeah.
You're forcing my child with social media to grow up a lot faster and to bear a lot more responsibility than they need to be dealing with.
Bro,
I just want you to be a child. I don't want you to be on social media analyzing your friendships like they are relationships. I want you to be able to enjoy it. But no, we go so deep and our influence is so strong now that they adopt it, and now they're regurgitating it right back to you like, oh well, I don't think you're really listening to me. I don't think you really hear me. I don't think you're really emotionally intelligent. I really don't think that you're receiving the information I'm getting. I'm like, as a kid, this is what you getting. But if you wasn't subjected to the conversations that go on social media, then a lot of these things you wouldn't know until you came of age.
Yeah, but think about it. Everything is a big manipulation.
Yeah, but you manipulating my child.
Yes, but
you manipulating my child.
We was manipulated. Why you think we like McDonald's?
We was manipulated based off of our environment.
Yeah, but social media was nothing but TV to us. That's why, think about this. The cartoons was only like 15, 20 minutes. The only reason why they so short is because they know that children have a short attention span. So they only allowed us to watch it 15, 20 minutes, Bugs Bunny, or Tom and Jerry, and keep it moving. So then commercials, right? McDonald's. If you keep seeing it all the time, what you gonna want? McDonald's. Yeah. Burgers look so...
Dump the ashes. Stop talking.
Burgers look so... Ain't even no ash there,
wipe
bro.
It on the side. That's all right.
Just look at this little shit.
Wipe it on the side.
You trash, bro.
On the side.
Nah, I'm good. Look at that. Perfect.
All right, tap it.
Look, bro, look. You see this? Come on,
man. Such a goofy ass.
Shut your ass out. Anyway, as I was saying. So, you see McDonald's. You see over and over again. Or they keep saying the Golden Arch. And then you see those burgers and everything from Burger King, McDonald's, all the other stuff like that. None of them shits look like they supposed to look. But when you watch them on TV, them shits be looking. Whoever the chefs was for that, that's who should be cooking in the McDonald's like that, because none of those burgers look like that. Not saying that it was McDonald's, I'm talking about just restaurants, period. And they always show that. So what you want to do? You want, ooh, can I have McDonald's?
It's the mind game.
Or the, what's this? You in the house, right? Right. Check this out. You're in the house and you're chilling. And what you gonna do when you hear? Who's that?
Mr. Softy.
Exactly.
We're on our way outside.
Exactly. We running. Let me get that vanilla cone with sprinkles.
Mm-hmm. Definitely need the sprinkles.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Definitely
Like
need the
we
sprinkles.
were programmed. We could be doing whatever. We could play in baseball, and you hear that? What? We run it, man. Let me get $1.50 and get mad as hell when your mom's trying to say that she don't got it. You got it, motherfucker. I'm lying.
But I just really want to get a hold on this whole social media. Like we won't, as parents,
You'll
me
never
and
get a
her
hold of
mother.
it.
No, me and her mother won't allow her to have certain platforms. Like her TikTok is being monitored by me and her mother. Like it's a tactile phones. Like anything that you're watching, anything that you're doing on it, we have a clear understanding of what you're looking at and what you're listening to. Now, mind you, I don't try to limit her
How old is she?
to what is it. She gonna be 14 in April. So I don't try to limit her. I don't try to limit her to her conversation. But the way she's speaking is a direct reflection of the platforms.
Bro.
That's what's throwing me.
Bro.
Because I'm like, listen, I just want you to enjoy life.
You might as well let her see it. You might as well let her see everything.
I just want to enjoy life, man. I don't want social
Let
media.
me help you understand. Let me help you understand
something,
something, right? I do music, right? You know that one. And my daughter's one of my biggest fans. She get in the car, she go, Dad, I hear your music. I'll be like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Dad, can I watch your movies? There's a movie that I did one time, and I was like, you can't watch this. And she never watched it. Cause I told her, you watch one movie, but not that one. She go, fine. And I know if she watched it or not, because I asked her certain things, I pop up on her, and she's like, I ain't never see that. I go, okay, cool. I'm just checking. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. The reason why I allow my child to see certain things or social media, everything else, because I know that representation that she's showing me is her being my daughter. Outside, my child is totally different. You know what I'm saying? And the first time I noticed that, right, was when I decided to, and I don't like doing that, so I just let her mom do it, like, you do it. One time I had took her phone from her. This is like when she was like 11. And I goes to her phone, and I see her dancing on, like, doing her little TikTok thing like that. And then she's, my child, my beautiful baby, is cursing. It didn't even sound right. Fuck up. Like, it didn't even sound right. Like, trying to curse and shit. I was like, what the? Never say that. You know what I'm saying? She probably know now. She see this. She probably like, but I never said that to her. I was like, this motherfucker. Pissed off. I'm like, this motherfucker. Show my lady and shit. My lady was like, all my lady did was like, I was like, never said nothing. Because I know for a fact, when I was a kid, I was doing the same thing. But what I did tell her is that, hey, baby, such, you know, I brought up a situation, and I was like, you know, you represent me and I represent you. I'm not gonna do nothing foolish out there to misguide you. Make sure you don't do nothing crazy and everything else. Just to let her know that I'm aware of certain things, but I'm not gonna say that I violated her privacy and everything. Which she really don't have privacy, but she does because she's still a young female.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I allowed certain things to go on because I know that when I was, you know, 16 years old and everything else, I'm out there trying to drink and smoke and stuff like that. And my parents didn't know nothing that I was doing. All the bad shit I was running around doing in the streets. But when I went in the house, I was grandma's baby. You know that, but I was, hey, man, I'm laying on my grandma watching TV with us and such. But she don't know that.
You a whole
Yeah,
beast out here.
Yeah,
running
a
around
whole
doing-
baby's a whole beasts out there with people seeing like they looking across the street where because I was on some other shit, but she didn't know that, and until like even when they found out certain things, and my uncle, oh snitch bitch, he told her, and they was still like, nah, my baby, he's not doing that. I was like, hell no, I ain't doing
Exactly.
that
So they
shit.
really don't understand. So listen, we want to hear your comments. We want to get your perspectives on how you feel about, psychiatrists and how you feel about going to the therapist, and how have it helped you? Have it helped you? Have you considered it? Is it something that you will be open to explore, or something that you'll be open to do?
Yeah.
Tell us how you feel, and you can speak openly, speak freely about how you feel about it. There's no shame. There's no judgment.
Do you think it's a good thing?
Do you think it's
for
a good
everyone
thing?
to actually just talk to a therapist? Because in this world that we live in nowadays, man, it's just.
And that's our episode of Cigar Call. We thank y'all for coming through.
Yeah.
Hit us in the comments. Justice 7G.
And your boy, Cass Jordan.
Peace.
Peace.